Good. Jean Yo-hung, or Jean Jo-hung says, how to manage Strat single coil noise. Yeah. Okay, so this is something I know a lot about. A vintage style Stratocaster, no shielding, no noise reduction. These pickups are really, really susceptible to RF, radio frequency noise, and that is made worse massively around things like lights, TV monitors and all that kind of stuff. On big stages it can be harrowing if you've got big lights, but most of us don't have that to deal with. So in here, for example, if I do this and my guitar is open, as it were, the volume knob is up and there's a bit of gain on, the noise will be deafening. If you do that, it goes away. Why?
Because the radiated interference coming from wherever, if you are front on with the magnets, that's when it picks up most of that. If you then turn it the other way, it rejects it from going the other way.
So sat here when we're recording TPS, you might see me do that every now and again. Because when you're hammering away with loud rock and roll music, not such a big deal, because the signal from your actual guitar signal and however loud your amp is, you know, the noise isn't a problem then. The noise is a problem if you then have quiet passages. So let's say the song drops back and you've got a bit of gain on and you're holding a chord that sustains, and then all of a sudden you can hear this in the background.
That's my mum.
I'm not saying anything. And then you have to do this, right? You have to move and find the position through the 360-degree rotation where that noise is the minimum. And the good news is, because rock and roll is not a seated endeavour, we do
there you go.
We do tend to be stood up when we're playing live, so you can just move, and that helps. You might be in the unlucky position where no position really works, and if that's the case, and it happens often, you might want to look into noise reduction. Things such as noiseless pickups or the SIR system, which grounds it on the back. I don't know how it works, but anyway, you could do that. Most of the time, you can deal with it through position. Secondly, when you're not playing, turn your gain pedals off and turn the guitar down. Turning the guitar down will do it, but you still might get some hiss through your amp with your gain pedals. One fantastic benefit of a loop switcher, because you can just go to your tuner or whatever it is. If you're not playing, if it's a quiet section in the song where you're not required to play, or you're in between songs, just turn the guitar down, no hum. That's how I do it.
Yep.
Combination of this thing here, the volume control, and physically moving around, and then I don't have a problem. Even at, you know, yay volume through two rooks and multiple gain stages. It's kind of part of the sound, isn't it, really?
Completely.
I think.
Yeah, I've never, every time I've gone for a quieter approach, there's always been a compromise, and it's always been a compromise too far. It's always taken something away. And so just learning to deal with it, all those great guitar sounds and stuff, and you see them on stage and they're doing this, and they just find that sound where it's quiet.
Yeah.
So they can go.
I would say I don't live in the world of high gain. I think once you get into that world, it starts to get different. But, you know, first face into a clon, that's quite a lot of gain.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of gain.